Good day, South Africans. Welcome to Advocate Michael Speaks. Today, I bring to you one of the very interesting topics that is normally not spoken about much in South Africa, especially in the media. But it's something that I think it's critical that we as South Africans reflect on, and it's a question of male rape. And this time, I'm not going to focus on rape of a male by another male, but I'll actually be looking at females in our country raping one young boys and or male adults, all right? And one thing that's very clear is that year on year, statistics are published and they are widely distributed across the country. And we see the scourge of rape and how bad it actually is, right? But what is unclear often is what are the numbers as far as male rape is concerned. The breakdown, for example, of males that are raped, and then the breakdown of how many of those are young boys and how many of those are adults, right? Now, why is statistics important? Because the minute we understand what the numbers look like, we are in a position then to know how serious this issue is, and then we can start to focus on what steps are necessary for us to then address this problem, right? Now, there are many reasons why also the male rape in particular is not widely reported. The stigmatization of male adults that go and report, often they are made fun of, often they are depicted as weak and stupid, because I mean, clearly, the question is, what kind of a man, for example, would deny a woman sex, right? But the issue here is we need to address this point. Now, I want to at least highlight some acts that a female person can commit which would then amount to sexual penetration, and if committed without the consent of the other person would amount to rape. Now, what are those acts, for example? One, it is where a female person, for example, pushes her genital organ and or vagina onto the mouth of a man. Right? Now, that, for example, is known as cunnilingus, and it would therefore amount to an act of sexual penetration. We've got situations, for example, where a female person would take the genital organ of a man or penis and put it in her mouth. That would amount to an act of sexual penetration. For example, we've got situations where a female could put her finger in the anus of a male, and that would then amount to sexual penetration. We also have situations where a female could use an object such as a pen or a sex toy, and then penetrate, for example, the anus of a man, and that would amount to an act of sexual penetration. But it does not end there. A female can potentially also use, for example, the genital organs of an animal and then insert that in the mouth and or the anus of the male, and it would amount to an act of sexual penetration. And if done against the will of the male person, would then amount to rape. So it is very clear, South Africans, that a female person in South Africa can rape a male person. And this is something that we need to start focusing on, because many men, I believe, suffers in silence. And more than that, I believe that a lot of men suffer the same trauma, the same effects that female victims of rape actually suffer. And this is why it's necessary that as South Africans, we need to also zoom into this and put an end to it. If you liked this video, South Africans, subscribe to the channel. Thank you.